Welcome back to Zielonka, everybody. On the previous episode, we took this field, we cut, well, we did 8, 8, 8, and then there was an extra, so we did another 8 rows over here. Just to make it a little easier when we do these carrots, parsnips, and beets, so it doesn't get too overwhelming. It's with a single row picker, it's going to be 4 down, 4 back. Seems like a lot, too, but we'll see how it goes. It'll be our first year doing this. We got 2 more rows to plant, so we got to do carrots yet. And also, well, actually that's it. So we got to decide what crop we want to do as a repeat. Maybe we should just do both in carrots. Maybe that might be a good idea, I think. I'm kind of really liking the way this turned out with the 4 down, 4 back. I think it's going to be, you know, not so overwhelming when a lot of these YouTubers did the whole fields, and it's like, wow, that's a lot to do with a single row picker. So we'll see if this is any better for us. I think it should be a lot better. We fertilize. We got to actually fertilize in this episode. We're going to be able to mostly do it all in one go. I suppose there'll be a little bit on that far field that we'll have to do. Oh yeah, I messed up on the paintbrush there. We might have to get a plow at some point and get some things fixed up here, but we'll see how good that is. Maybe it'll add personality to the field. We don't have to worry about it. We are also going to have to get our barley picked, I think, in this episode. We could probably set that off on a worker, maybe. Well, actually, we'd have to do it regardless, because, yeah, our beets won't be ready yet either, so we're going to have to do that anyway. But we'll probably get the preserve food factory bought in this episode, and then I want to get at least one of these fields picked, because I am excited to try this out and see how it goes. But for now, we're doing some planting. Alright, just finishing up the last square here, and we are done. So I think what we're going to do is advance to June, and then we'll be able to get these fertilized. I think that one, there's going to be a couple, well, that far field here towards the farm is going to have like an extra row here or there. We might have to use a brush or whatever, but depends on how crazy we want to get. We are going to look at getting some sheds and different things here. We do have the capital, but I want to make sure we get through the first month here before we waste too much money. Alright, so yeah, I think our barley's going to be about ready to go next month. Is that correct? Yes, I think, unless we planted it a month late, I'm not sure we did or not. We might just wait a year to make bales, because it's one more thing we gotta do. I really want to get to those root crops. I don't want to put it off any longer. Alright, let's go ahead and advance to June. Alright, welcome to June, everybody. You can smell the roses. I don't think they're quite roses. But anyway, we are in June. Our crops are coming up over here. Yeah, it looks like our barley is ready to go. Yep, it says ready to harvest. So I think what we'll do is get this going, probably put it off on a worker, and then we can tackle the fertilizer on our new root crops. Get them all fertilized so we get the best yield out of those. So I don't know if we want to keep the we might actually, well, I think I had wheat for the year before, if I remember correctly. We can maybe keep the barley and sell the wheat. We do get a bigger yield with the barley. Let's see. Yeah, let's leave the straw swath off. And then we don't have to worry about making bales. I think I may want to do some baby bales for this playthrough, just because it's a small farm and kind of, we're not really going to go real big on everything. Like I said, I might upgrade this harvester to a little bit bigger unit, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if we get the baby bales, we probably want the auto stack mire, I should say auto loader, with that. To make that easier, otherwise we're going to have a lot of work. Yeah, so we see when we use the weeder on this field, we weren't able to get them all because some of the weeds are too big, and you can see right there, there's one just peeking through. It's actually not too bad. I mean, the weeder got most of them. Alright, just got the headland done here, so we'll put this off on a worker. Looks like it's not going to take them long to fill up here either. We'll have to get a wagon soon. But I think we can get that field maybe fertilized before... Well, we might actually run out of fertilizer. We'll have to see what we got. Let's see, looks like we got... I'm not seeing any more fertilizer. I think we used it all. Well, that is that. Let's move this old school tractor out of the way. Nicer weather. We could probably keep this outside now. Alright, let's see what we got for fertilizer. 81. I'm hoping precision farming is good to us, and since we don't have a full field here, we might be alright. Let's take a look at our root crops here, see how they're coming up. Looks good. We got two ooh, look at this. Yeah, maybe we should trim these up a little bit. We could probably easily do that. I don't know if I like how those rows look. This one looked kind of goofy here too. 2 carrots, our parsnips, and our beets. Yes, they need some fertilizer badly. We'll see how good this gets us. Let's see, I think we can go down this row. And we can see how good our width is going to be here. Let's double check here. Alright, that'll work there. How about the other side here? We're able to get that field. Are we able to get this one? Yeah, we can actually get all 4 rows in one pass. Oh, that is even better than we imagined. Take a lot of the sweat out of the work here. I think this should be pretty pleasant to do these rows. But again, we'll have to see how it turns out. I think that row on the end we might want to get fixed up just a little bit so it looks better next year. Like I said, we could probably get a plow and get everything squared up. We could actually run that, you know, all the way down here. I think is what we'll do, is we'll make it nice and square. Get those rows kind of fixed up a little bit. So it looks nice. Alright, fertilizer's done. That was nice and easy. Get this put back in the shed. Somewhat out of the way. It's kind of tricky. I don't know if we should just replace this shed or try to get the best use out of it we can. Alright, we need a wagon. I want to use the Zader. Gotta get some use out of these tractors. We gotta rotate. And we'll get our barley all finished up. I think we'll use the one with the tarp again. So we can use the other one for our root crop harvest. Oops, he's on the wrong side, so we're gonna have to swing him around, otherwise we're gonna wreck our crop. This might fill up pretty fast though. I think we're gonna get a big harvest off of this. So we can put, well, we'll put, actually probably I'll just end up putting it all in the silo I think, and then we'll get ready to sell it when the time comes. We can use both wagons to sell too, I guess, make that easier. Yeah, so the next crop we're going to put into this field is going to be oats. And we're in luck because that doesn't plant until next March. So I don't really got to worry about it too much. I suppose we actually filled it up. That's insane. There's going to be a lot of dumping then. Guess I can run the dumper. We can let the worker get on. Be a big harvest then. Alright, let's dump this into the silo. And we'll see when we're going to be selling. Well, if I still haven't figured out if we want to keep the barley or the wheat. Could probably just use the We gotta look at some prices, actually. Here we go. Bam! Okay, so let's see when this is gonna sell. Barley, if we choose to sell it, will sell in January as well, so... The chickens don't take a whole lot of crop. Maybe we will just stick selling the barley. How the prices compare. Max price. Yeah, we're actually not getting that much more for wheat. We'll keep the wheat for the chickens, and we'll sell all the barley in January. I think that'll work out pretty well. Alright, let's get to getting this picked, and we'll advance so we can get to our root crops. I'm very excited. Alright, just getting the last little bit here. Looks like we should get it all on easily. Just excellent. Make sure there's nothing left in the tank here. Yep, we got her all. Perfect. Alright, let's head on. Well, I guess we're just going to dump this in the silo. Now we're going to head on to July. We actually might have to skip. Yeah, I think we got to go to August before we can pick our root crops, but I want to double check and make sure there's no weeding, because I'm not absolutely sure if we weed those or not. And I suppose eventually we're going to have to decide how we want to expand the farm, which field we're going to get next. We will be buying that preserve factory today as well, or I should say in this episode. So that'll cost a pretty penny to do that. Let's see, I think I want to use the other trailer. For our root crops, so we'll get that ready. There we go. Alright. Let's double check the weeds on these fields. Yeah, I actually don't see anything about weeds. So that's one less thing to do there. That's kind of nice. I like that. Alright, let's go ahead and advance. We will have to go to... Yeah, it looks like August. How's our chickens doing as well while we're here? Maybe we should top them up before we advance. Oops, we left the tractor lights on. Draining our battery. There we go. We use a designated tractor that it's going to be for our chickens. We're going to have to actually get the weight off here. We might as well take the front off as well. Yeah, we're going to need another shed desperately, I think. There's plenty of room in that shed. It's kind of such a useless shed. That's the problem. Okay, let's dump our forks. There we go. I'll put our weight over here, I think. Yeah, I don't know if we should invest in the buildings before the field. But the field's what's gonna make us money too, so it's tough to say. I'm eager to get this farm looking nice. Alright. Here you go, chickies. Keep them topped up. We might as well just leave this right here, I guess. It'll be alright. It's summertime. Alright, let's advance. Alright, welcome to August, everybody. Let's check on our root crops and the two here should be ready to go on the end. Yep, remove foliage. Our parsnips and our red beets remove foliage. So those are two are ready to go. First time with a new crop is always exciting. Let's see how this goes. Eggs are coming along. Alright, we may or may not need a weight, depending on how heavy this is. Looks like we might be alright. Get her piped out here. We'll actually have to raise it up a little bit so we can make sure we got enough clearance for our wagon. Oops. Bang. Oh, that was so close. I thought for sure we were going to hit that sign. Alright, let's tilt it up a little bit here. And I know this is going to go on the ground, but I'm eager to see how this first row will go. So let's just start it up. And then we'll drop it down. Just do a little bit here. Looks like it's going to go fairly well. Alright, so what we're going to do, I guess we could go ahead and hire a worker right now and they'll wait. And we'll grab our wagon here, the Zader. And we'll see how this goes. I don't think it'll take us too long to fill up a wagon. Looks like people are getting pretty good harvests on these crops. And we'll figure out if, 4 rows down, 4 rows back is a nice happy medium for doing a crop like this. So that's the biggest concern. Is it going to get old real quick, or will we be alright? Alright, here we go. I should probably set a cruise so we can match. What is it, like 7 or something like that? 6. Slow her down a little bit more here. 4, it looks like 4 or 5. It's pretty slow. Yeah, it looks about 5. Still going a little bit faster than us though. 6 is too fast. Is he getting 2 rows or just the 1? Looks like the 1. We'll see what he does when he flips around here. Of course, we can drive in these crops. Giants made it so we don't have any destruction, which they had to do because of the workers. Oh, he's getting 2 rows once in a while there. Alright, then we wait. Let the rest fall in. Looks like we're about to 11% with 1 row. Gets flipped around here. Let's see if he tackles 2 rows or not. I'm thinking that this should be pretty decent. The 8 rows. Well, it looks like, yeah, he's doing 1 row again. It's fine because that's kind of what I planned on doing anyway. Is the 8 rows, or a single row I should say. Eventually we'll probably upgrade, maybe do the box machine, give that a try. And just enjoy the process. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this tackled. And then once we get a full load, we'll buy the preserve factory and we'll run it up there. We're just finishing up here, getting the last row. They did kind of, well, the worker kind of got some, like 2 rows once in a while. That's what's kind of weird about this. When you have a worker, you get to this blank spot and then he's going to pick up and then he's going to rush ahead and dump some on the ground because I can't shift that fast. It's just like, A little bit of an oversight there, I think, but yeah, these rolls weren't bad at all. I kind of like it for a single picker like this. I think actually when we first started the far roll, or on the way back up here like we are now, and we had most of it there, it almost works actually, so you're like kind of when you're role playing you're not running crop down, so it might be good for those who kind of want a little bit of realism to space the rolls like this. Maybe 7 would have been better, but it's probably, maybe it would have worked anyway with the 8. We're just, you know, run it really close to that last row, you might be alright. Okay, so there is our total. We got 9,953. What is he gonna do here? Go for another round? Or is he gonna go away here? See what happens. Okay, that's interesting. He's waiting for us. Let's see what happens if we go under him, and if there's still another crop or another row there where we can't see, or what the deal is. Well, it looks like he's gonna pull another one out of thin air. There he goes. And he's gone. Alright, so yeah, 9,953. Alright, so we're gonna head on down to the preserve factory. Get that purchased, and we'll drop this off and get our production going. And I think what we also want to do in this playthrough is probably do some potato harvest. We could actually do this the same way with a single picker like that, and have a small operation. We can make potato chips. That way we don't get sick of those big field potatoes, or the big field of potatoes. Those those get annoying after a while. But if we do small operation like this, I think it's kind of fun and keeps it interesting. We could always upgrade to a double picker, or you know, get the 4 unit. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how soon we're gonna do the potatoes, so I suppose we could buy it with the capital we got, so we can get the potato chips going right away too. Something to think about here. Alright, so what we're gonna do here first is we're gonna purchase the preserve factory. 110,000, yes. Alright, so now, yeah, it knocks us down to 134,000. That's why I definitely wanted to save some money. We'll pop this in here. We'll check out our... Oh, look at that. Always exciting to see a new crop dump. We'll check out our production chain. So it looks like, yeah, they're already starting with the beetroot. We'll actually shut... Well, actually... Oh, let's just shut them off. We'll bring up the parsnips yet in this episode. And I'm just curious, if we do buy that potato factory, how much is that going to cost us? I think this is it. No, that's the grain mill. Potato factory's way down here. Potato processing plant. 120,000. So yeah, that'll knock us down real quick. But we still got to make the investment into the planters, the seeders. So we may have to hold off, or maybe just save and then do it. We'll see. I'll have to figure out what that budget will cost us to get the... I don't think the 1 row unit... Or is it 1? Maybe it's more than 1 row. I don't think that costs too much, but I'll have to get that priced out and see what it's like. Okay, so that is the last of the parsnips. Well, kind of. They did skip some spots, but we're not going to bother with that because trying to hire a worker and do that is frustrating. That's the worst part, I think, with this DLC is the workers decide to do a pickup and then full bore and you lose the being under the drop there. But anyway, let's head on down to the preserve factory for our last load of the episode here. Got a very good harvest on that. The parsnips produce a little bit more than the red beets. Alright, here we go. Let's dump this out. Look at those parsnips. In they go. Let's get to the production. And we'll turn it on. And it looks like we get, for every 100 we have, we get 60 put out. So we don't have a whole lot here. We'll see what we get for pallets. Hopefully it's good. We can make some extra money here and go from there. Alright, so for the next episode, we'll probably tackle those carrots and have to do a little bit of budgeting and see if potatoes, if we want to go that direction or not. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.